Back in San Jose with our Honda starting goalies. Antti Niemi gave up a goal to Florida here on Thursday on the first shift, but then allowed just one more after that on 25 shots. He comes back with the start, and the backup for Arizona, Devan Dubnyk, really has the better numbers than Mike Smith, the starters, so Dubnyk gets the call tonight. Todd McClellan now on 281 wins, the winningest coach in the history of the San Jose Sharks. Dave Tippett behind the bench in his 12th season in the National Hockey League as a head coach for the Arizona Coyotes. Sharks lines look an awful lot like they did Thursday when the Sharks went down in a shootout 3-2 to Florida, but they did get a point thanks to a late goal from Patrick Marleau. And now they're trying to kick off game 2 of the 6-game homestand here with a win. Sharks need points. They come in with 23 in the Pacific Division. Arizona behind them with 18. And we are underway. Sharks and Coyotes for the first time this season. And Todd McClellan starts with the line of Logan Couture, Joe Pavelski, and Matt Nieto. As Oliver Ekman-Larsson sends it up ice for Arizona. Lori Korpikoski behind the net. Looking to get it back from Antoine Vermette. A big hit laid by Zbigniew Michalek down in the corner on Matt Nieto. The quick change, about a 33-second shift for those first two lines. As Sam Gagner works it back to Connor Murphy. And now Ekman-Larsson back to Murphy, who turns it over in the neutral zone. But Joe Thornton can't get in cleanly. Hurdle will as he shoots it in. Dubnyk settling it behind the goal. And now we have a whistle on the play. And we'll bring it back into the neutral zone for the faceoff. 54 seconds gone here in this opening period between the Sharks and Arizona. San Jose's record right now 10-9-3. Arizona at 8-10-2. Both these teams have struggled offensively in the last little while. Arizona with only 4 goals scored in their last 3 games. Thornton sends it in, and it'll rim around a Hurdle. Drop pass for Marleau. Marleau's second game on this line with Thornton. Burns whips one to the net, tipped by Hurdle, but up off the glass. Keith Yandel trying to move it out. Thornton's got it in the corner. Leaned on by Sam Gagner. The shot from Marleau, saved by Dubnyk. Sharks with a couple of good scoring chances here in the early going.
Well, good chance there for Marleau in the high slot. He and Thornton, of course, they played so much together. They're very familiar. This is the first game in a situation for the Sharks. 18 of the next 20 against Western Conference.
Chip Chura over the line, and we have an offside whistle as we check our Xfinity starting lines for the San Jose Sharks. Todd McClellan basically coming back with the same look at forward, but of course the change on defense has Brendan Dillon in there now, number 4 in his first game as a Shark, playing with Brent Burns.
Well, and that's the challenge for him coming in, and he didn't get to skate this morning because his equipment got lost en route here from Dallas to San Jose. So
on a non-stop flight. Yeah, how does that happen?
We don't know.
There's some intrigue.
We knew the airlines were not going to say it, but the bottom line is he's got to get used to a new team, new system here as well as he can here in DAP tonight.
Kick saved by Niemi off the shot from the point from Michael Stone, and now the Sharks trying to come in on side. Wingels did, but lost it to Schlemko. David Schlemko back across to Stone. Now Chip Chura at center for Arizona. A look at their lines revealing at the top of your screen. And as we mentioned, Dubnyk getting the start in goal here tonight over Mike Smith. Coyotes play tomorrow in Anaheim. Tough back-to-backs for them.
And an early start tomorrow, 5 o'clock start.
Dubnyk has put the better numbers up, though. Only 6 games played, but he's 4-0-1, .925 save percentage.
In the game, Jay Woodcroft already talking to Goodrow, just going over a few things, basically about puck placement in the offensive zone on the dump-ins.
Now the puck controlled by Arizona. A look out front. It's Ekman-Larsson. He turns. Niemi the save. Lost sight of the puck, but it rebounds to the backboard.
The defense for
Arizona back on it again, and the quick shot there from in front by Vitale. And now Joe Vitale, the former Penguin again. He'll hand it off to Ekman-Larsson. Lots of zone time here for the Coyotes as this Sharks line just can't get the puck out. And now Arizona on it again. Brandon McMillan in the corner. Gives it for Vitale. Heads for the net, and the puck played out toward the point. Intercepted by Tyler Kennedy with time again. And Dubnyk just getting it away from McGinn. Here's Kennedy back on it for the Sharks. Centering pass. McGinn shot saved by Dubnyk.
Nice little pass from down below the goal line by Kennedy. Good scoring chance for McGinn. First scoring chance for the Sharks tonight.
Couture headmans it to Pavelski. That's swept clear by Yandel. Sam Gagner with it. Out there with Shane Doan. Doan flicks it deep. Sharks able to get it and get it out, but Nieto's clear went right to Doan. Now here's Tobias Rieder, the German, number 8. Trying to shove him off the puck is Dillon, and that he did, and finished his check too. Connor Murphy, a wrister, blocked in front by Burns. And now Pavelski trying to dish, but on the back check, Doan broke it up and fires it back in.
Well, Sharks forwards are going to have to be very alert. We already talked about the scoring ability and the mobility of the Phoenix defenseman. Arizona defenseman. Got to get used to that.
Marleau brings it in, but Thornton was stranded in the zone offside.
Best scoring chance for the Sharks tonight. The Sharks' fourth line down low. Nice job by Kennedy winning the battle. Now like time again going to the net with a stick on the ice. Gets his feet wide, gets his stick out front. The first big save of the night for Dubnyk.
Time again, a couple of assists, still looking for his first goal as a Shark. Coming over in the offseason in a trade from the Philadelphia Flyers.
He had an effective game last game against Florida.
This will be icing against Arizona as we check our Lexus keys to the game with Jamie Baker.
Well, you look at a team that's been struggling scoring goals, the San Jose Sharks, only 11 in the last 7 games. First key tonight is attack faster. You know, and that means good crisp passes in the defensive zone, speed through the neutral, and then attack in numbers. You got to get some layers around the front of the net and go get some dirty, greasy, grinded out, rebound type of goals, but you got to do that in numbers, outnumber the other team. So attack with speed, attack in numbers.
Mueller to Marleau, now to Hannon, off the pads of Dubnyk. Thornton recovers. San Jose penalty coming up. Interference, a pick run there in the corner. Sharks get caught, and it's going to be Hurdle who will set.
Well, it's a trend the Sharks need to get away from, and that's
48 minutes interference.
Taking penalties 200 feet, 180 feet, even 160 feet away from their own net. And you can see the interference on Hurdle.
So a power play for Arizona at the 4:58 mark on the interference call to Tomas Hurdle. Coyotes power play started the day ranked for a tie in 12th place in the NHL. Sharks penalty kill 10th. Nieto, nice work with Pavelski. Sharks do not have a shorthanded goal yet this season. This is game number 22. After tonight, only 60 games left, Jamie.
It's winding down, isn't it?
Here's Yandel. Shane Doan fumbles the puck, now gets it back. 3-on-1 down low, but then his pass goes right to Pavelski.
First quarter of the season goes by fast when you're on the road the entire time. Schedule lightens up now for the San Jose Sharks.
20 of the next 29 here at SAP, including tonight, as it's steered in by Couture, now settled by Niemi on this Arizona power play. Hannon ties up down low. Michael Bodker, 89, trying to work it to the point. A good bounce for Vermette. Yandel, quick pass across. Bodker to Ekman-Larsson. Back for Bodker, back to Ekman-Larsson. Here's Yandel, far side, and the one-timer from Bodker wouldn't go. Now in front, they score. Vermette through the legs of Niemi. 1-0 Coyotes.
Well, it's the 5th straight road game that the Arizona Coyotes have scored a power play goal. And you're going to see them move the puck down low, and there's a little 2-on-1 in front of the net. Logan Couture loses body position on Vermette. You can see Logan Couture was kind of coming over to the corner as if there was going to be a battle. Vermette had established body position right in front of Niemi, fires it, tucks it home, 5-hole. Coyotes are up 1-0.
Antoine Vermette came into the game as their leading scorer among forwards, but a point behind Keith Yandle, the defenseman, for the scoring lead, and that's his 5th goal of the year. Doan and Bodker get the assists on the power play goal with Hertl in the box, and it's 1-0 for Arizona. Here's Hertl. Down the left wing side, fires a shot that rebounds off the back of the net. He'll relay it on to Brent Burns. Burns to the middle for Marleau, and that turned into a turnover. Back to the Coyotes. BJ Crombeen came over in the trade with Sam Gagner from Tampa. He's out there now for the Desert Dogs as it's intercepted by Brendan Dillon. And the newest Shark, number 4, shows his skating ability as he comes across the line. Puts it on net. Dubnyk the save, and then on the rebound, a good quality chance for the Sharks as Dillon will get it back toward Hertl. Martin Erat, number 10, down in the corner, has it back for Arizona. David Schlemko. And that's number 38, Lucas Lesio, but Arizona's offside. Vermette with the goal. 1-0 Coyotes.
Welcome back to SAP in San Jose. You can see the San Jose Sharks in a good defensive position on the PK. And we're going to watch the breakdown. There's a missed one-timer. San Jose gets caught staring at the pucks. And when you're in front of the net, you need to be between the man and the net. Meanwhile, we get a first good look at Brendan Dillon. Look at that, 6'4", he's got some speed, gets the puck over the blue line, little hesitation, shot, creates a rebound and a scoring chance. Nice job by Dillon getting up the ice, joining the rush there, and you see him on the cycle.
Dillon never drafted, signed as an undrafted free agent by the Dallas Stars. Played his junior hockey with the Seattle Thunderbirds, same team that Patrick Marleau played his junior hockey with back in the day.
Patty picked him up at the airport yesterday.
Here's Desjardins, his backhander wide. Comes around to Mirko Mueller. Sharks' 4th line on as Hannon sends it in front, and it comes back off Dubnyk. As Scott Hannon with a couple of scoring chances here in this first period. Now Chip Chura tripping behind the Sharks net as he ties up with Andrew Desjardins. Accelerating to it is Mueller, and Tyler Kennedy will flip it deep. Sharks change up.
Good changes here for both teams.
Now it's Braun. Back at center, Pavelski. Over the line, Couture. Pavelski waits, fires it through Couture's skates. Rimmed around by Vlasic on this side. Back to Pavelski. Back in front off the stick of Nieto wide.
That's the right idea for Pavelski. That was a shot, but really a pass to Nieto trying to redirect it home.
Connor Murphy sends it in for Arizona as Niemi settles under some pressure from Gagner. Gets it away and just out over the line. Well, it's fired back in by the Coyotes. Thornton now takes it from Braun into the Arizona zone. Burns shot, and that's screamed off of one of the defenders in front of Dubnyk. I think that hit Michael Stone in the skate. And now the Coyotes trying to come out. Kept in. Good work by Marleau and Thornton. Now Joe Thornton back for Burns. Great back pass. The shot from Dillon. That's blocked by the diving Vermette. Hertl skates with it up ice, just holding the zone is Dillon. Burns again into traffic. Rebound cleared by Arizona.
Well, that's the first real sustained pressure in the offensive zone by the Sharks. It was the Thornton line. He created a turnover in the offensive zone. Nice backhand pass there from Burns. You mentioned that.
McMillan with a steal. Sent back in by Barclay Goodrow, number 89 with the Sharks. Goodrow again working this side against McMillan, but Arizona comes in. Then Goodrow back after it. Took it from McMillan. He'll skate it across the line, but Wingels just offside by a stride. We'll step aside. 1-0 Arizona. Attention Dish customers, Dish may take away your Sharks hockey. Stop Dish from taking away your Sharks. Call Dish now at 1-844-I-WANT-CSN or visit iwantcsnca.com and demand they keep CSN. Back live at SAP Center, Jamie Baker, you've been in a scenario that Brendan Dillon's in tonight, playing your first game with a new team. What's that like?
Well, you're nervous. You want to make good first impressions, and you want to have a good game. And at the same time, you don't want to make a lot of mistakes. So keep it simple, especially from a defenseman who has had no practice time whatsoever.
Puck fired across the ice. Inside the Sharks zone here. They're trailing 1-0 on the power play goal by Vermette here in this first period, as the Sharks try and take advantage of finally being at home for a prolonged period of time. This is the second game of 6 straight here on the home ice in downtown San Jose. So far, a point in the first game, although it was precarious. They got it late thanks to Marleau forcing overtime with a goal in the dying seconds. That was on Thursday. Now they're looking for some 2-point efforts starting here tonight, as Chip Chura will pick it up in his own zone and fire it up ice for Arizona.
Yeah, not just 2 points. You want to start beating these teams in regulation, too. You don't want to be giving up 1 point to Pacific Division or Western Conference rivals.
Justin Braun for Joe Pavelski. Takes the hard pass, comes in onside for Nieto. His backhander intended for Couture, who got a piece of it, couldn't get it to the net. As Shane Doan, the captain of the Coyotes, really the guy who's been the heart and soul of the franchise for a decade plus. Still grinding it out as one of the top players for this franchise. Doan with 12, or make it 13 points on the year now, as he got the primary assist on the goal by Vermette earlier in the period. Yandel across ice, and Doan unable to pull the trigger. Marleau was there, and now Marleau rushing with Pavelski and Thornton, but Marleau's pass hit the back of Pavelski's skate.
That's those crisp passes we talk about, and that speed through the neutral zone. This Arizona team back checks hard. Very defensive responsibility.
A chance for Bodker. Delays. Gives for Schlemko. He scores. David Schlemko gets his first goal of the season. And Arizona jumps out to a 2-0 lead.
Now that's just a turnover in the neutral zone from the San Jose Sharks. And you can see Arizona taking the puck up the top of the screen. Little pass, and then there's a wide open in the slot area. That's misread, miscommunication from the San Jose Sharks standpoint. Can't blame Niemi in that one. He gets out to the top of the crease, goes down, takes away the bottom. Nice little play by Bodker looking back. And I'm going to have to believe that Schlemko actually communicated there and said he was wide open in the slot area. And San Jose now trails 2-0 here in the first period. That quiets this crowd down at SAP Center.
So goals 6 minutes apart. First from Vermette, then from Schlemko. And Arizona off to a 2-0 lead here on the road as they're playing their 6th of 7 on the road during this stretch. Bodker and Korpikoski get the assists on the Schlemko goal, as we said, his first of this season. And now Schlemko in front of his own net. He'll send this clear, but it won't be icing as Hannon's back in time. Starts out shooting Arizona 9-5, but the Coyotes with 2 goals on the 5 shots.
Took the game in Buffalo. Not a lot of shots against, but they were going in the net. Quality chances.
Mueller up through center. Now Desjardins with it. Turns, slips it past the defenseman Mahalik. Ekman Larsson's there. Desjardins trying to keep it in. Can't. And it's off the stick of Plumbean. Back for the rookie Nico Mueller. And he'll play it up now for Kennedy. He stabs at it. Right to Desjardins. Following is McGinn. Now McGinn with a break down the left wing. He'll wrist it to the corner. Desjardins angles it across. Looking to work it for Kennedy behind the net, and he does. Kennedy, nice work against Chip Chura. Now Tyler Kennedy trying to get it to a teammate who's open. That one goes off Chip Chura's skate, and it's cleared out to center.
San Jose, you can just see the reaction on the bench here. Desjardins just came out. He got either a stick or a puck in the eye. He's going to get that looked at. San Jose clearly a little frustrated right now.
Martin Erat sends it in as Niemi hands it back off. Sharks down 2-0 here, just under 6 to go in the opening period. A collision at center ice. Braun and Doan came together. Meanwhile, Couture with a shot and Dubnyk the pad save.
And that neutral zone becoming a big factor in tonight's game so far.
Now Nieto in the corner. He's rubbed out by Stone, but Couture's there with the puck. That'll go behind the net. Back over to this side for Brent Burns. Burns took a hack there from Lesio. That allowed the puck to stay there. Gagne gets it deep into San Jose territory. As Niemi one-hands it up the boards, and now it's out to the neutral zone. Here's Oliver Ekman-Larsson as the former Oiler Gagne sends it back into the Shark zone. Niemi's going to freeze it there for a face-off. Goals by Vermat and Schlemko. 2-0 Arizona. Back in San Jose, where it's time for this date in hockey history, brought to you by Geico. In 2006 on this day, Joe Pavelski scored a goal in his NHL debut, a 6-3 win over the LA Kings here. And Marc-Edouard Vlasic also scored his first NHL goal to become the second Sharks defenseman, second youngest at that time, to do so. A couple of guys who've had a pretty good run here with the San Jose Sharks in the 8 subsequent years. As Pavelski, one of the offensive leaders of the club, and Marc-Edouard Vlasic, one of the defensive stalwarts as well, and an Olympian, a gold medalist to boot.
Pavelski's got a silver going back to the 2010 Olympics, of course. When you look at those guys at times like this, trailing 2-0 at home, for somebody from San Jose to get something going here.
Hurdle off ice for Thornton. Joe trying to get to it. Mahalik just beat him to the puck and fires it back in.
It's a good defensive play by Mahalik. Otherwise, Sharks would have a 2-on-1.
Stretch pass out to Pavelski. Nieto heads for the net. The shot deflects high. Taken back by Couture. He tried to pass it to the front. Blocked. Now he'll chase it down, but it's taken away by Vitale. And back in his own zone is Mirko Mueller. Just over 4 to go in this first period. And Arizona off to a good start on the road here. Mueller attacking. Now to Nieto, the one-timer, and that hit Pavelski as he was coming across the front of the net. Yandel, and a poke check by Nieto, who was back to defend, gets it away. Up for James Shepard. He'll backhand it in. Dubnyk. That's stopped by Shepard. Now Wingels against Chip Chura. Plays it out to the point. Vlasic waits, fires. A deflection slowed the puck down, but Wingels couldn't reach it in time as Chip Chura dumps to the corner for Erat, who reverses it back to this side.
Pavelski's got a smile on his face. He's okay, but that's why you wear helmets. Got a big dent in the back of his helmet.
Goodrow fires. That's blocked by Stone. Braun to the net. Dubnyk a pad save. Sharks are getting pucks to the net, just not getting much in the way of screens or second chances.
That's weird. Exactly what I was going to say. No second chances yet so far tonight.
Here's Goodrow. Bad change for Phoenix, Arizona, and Goodrow's shot is blocked and cleared back down. This will be icing against the Desert Dogs. Well, it's a Saturday night on ice, and every week here you have a chance to win a collector's edition poster. Tonight, go to csncalifornia.com/Sharks versus Coyotes to enter to win your special poster. There's Devan Dubnyk, record of 4-0-1 on the season, so he has yet to lose in regulation in 5 appearances. Has the only shutout for the team this year, and he's looked solid here in this first period with 10 saves. Here's your standings in the Pacific Division. As of right now, LA has lost tonight in Dallas, with Jason Demers getting the game-winning goal in that one, by the way, in his debut. Sharks with 23 points, just 3 back of the Kings and Calgary, who are tied for that last top 3 spot. And then after the top 3 in each division, of course, you go to the 2 wild cards in the West. Sharks with a 3-point lead over Dave Tippett's Coyotes.
Enjoying himself over there. I guess you can do that when you got a 2-0 lead. He calls timeout on that icing.
Larry Robinson with his arms around a couple of his players, sending encouragement their way here in this first period with the Sharks down by a couple with under 3 to go.
I'm feeling this Pacific Division is going to be tight all season long, especially with the way Calgary and Vancouver have been playing this year. We get to the last couple of minutes. Todd McLellan is not going to match lines in this situation. He's going to keep the Thornton line out there, Burns and Dillon. Try and get something going here late in the period. Sharks have had a few good looks. Goodrow had kind of surprised, I think, that last opportunity.
Doan chips that one and heads up. That just about nailed Larry Robinson in the ear, but those coaches are trained to keep their head up on the benches as you look at Brendan Dillon in his San Jose Sharks debut. There's the Hall of Famer with the puck. Somebody just got a souvenir touched by Larry Robinson. His fingerprints are on it. Makes it more valuable, doesn't it?
Blue coats have to bring some white gloves down, so they have to take care of that puck very carefully moving forward.
Absolutely. When Larry enters the room, harps start playing. Hurdle on the near boards, down into the corner. It is Marleau. Thornton battling on the near side. Reverses for Hurdle. And now out to Gagne as Ekman Larsson had stick position on Hurdle down low and made a nice play. Here is the former Oiler first-round pick, Sam Gagne. And the shot taken by Tobias Rieder. Another chance for Arizona. There's a wrist shot that goes wide. Yandel keeps it in on the near board. Gagne to Rieder. His backhand over the net. Niemi didn't see it coming. Too much traffic in front. Off the boards intentionally by Murphy. In front, Rieder. A couple of whacks at it. And he battles down low. Keeps the puck alive for the time being, and Desjardins now on a second effort will get it out.
I don't know if that was an amazing save by Niemi. I'm going to have to see a replay of that or a missed opportunity for Rieder, but that's one we're going to keep an eye on. The Sharks get back into this game. They could have been trailing 3-0 very easily though.
Mueller for McGinn, down to 1:20 to go here in the first. Kennedy chasing it down against Murphy. Desjardins wanted McGinn in front, intercepted. And now dumped in by Korpikoski.
1 minute left to play in the third.
Michael Bottcher made a nice play on the goal earlier in this period by Schlemko. Now it's Desjardins in for McGinn. He gets a piece of Schlemko, who got the puck cleanly to the other side. Then Wingles finishes his check. Here's McGinn firing, and it's blocked.
You want to get that one to the net. That's a transition opportunity. If that gets to the net and doesn't get blocked, you got a second. Got 2 guys going there for that second or third opportunity that the Sharks desperately need.
Chance in front for Vitale, and Niemi with a huge save to keep it 2-0.
You get a block shot at one end and a great scoring chance at the other for Joe Vitale. And what a save by Niemi. He read it, came out, was aggressive, Niemi was. And no rebound. Good thing. Vitale was wide open. He was by himself in front of there.
7th shot of the period for Arizona, as we're down to just over 26 seconds in this opening period. Nieto. And that's going to go all the way down for icing. And Couture is saying, hang on a minute here. I had the advantage, but it's not necessarily who's further ahead in the race. It's who has the better opportunity to touch the puck. And linesman deemed it was one of the Coyotes.
Well, I'm not sure why the linesman thought that, but maybe he thought that the puck was going to move faster around the corner behind the net. Needless to say, doesn't matter. Face-off's now in the defensive zone. It's at the discretion of the linesman on that situation.
Now Pavelski through center, gets it to the net. Dubnyk will stop it and hold it. And we'll have at least one more face-off here with 10:2 to go in this first period.
Well, every time the Sharks have come through the neutral zone, we've got the 2 defensemen for Arizona plus 1 or 2 forwards back checking. San Jose has not had any clean looks. They haven't had any odd man rushes here tonight. And it makes it even more important not to have any defensive breakdowns when the other team, a Dave Tippett team, is playing very well defensively.
Couture off the draw. Far side for Dillon. He couldn't settle it. Gets it toward the net. Now a back pass and kept in by Burns, but no, it came out off his skate as the period comes to a conclusion. So Brendan Dillon got a good look there late. He just couldn't settle that pass, and the Sharks head off trailing here after a period. At the end of one here at SAP Center, it's Arizona 2, the Sharks nothing. Coming up on the Ram Intermission Report, Brody Brazil and Curtis Brown in the studio with a Sportsnet Central update. And we'll also check in with Kevin Kurz talking trades and waivers. Back at SAP Center, Coyotes leading the Sharks 2-0 on this Saturday night on ice. As promised, Joe Pavelski mic'd up tonight. Let's listen in.
Let's go, Nemo. Here's tonight, baby. Get the middle, because I'm swinging out and cutting. Like you Boiler used to do. I think I need a helmet. I don't know what happened. No, I got hit in the head with the puck. I don't know. I don't think so.
Never good when you get hit in the head with the puck.
No, I got hit in the head. It's okay, folks.
Some great stuff there. Right? Joe Pavelski mic'd up here tonight, and we'll check on that periodically. Underway with the second period. Here in San Jose, Sharks playing from behind in their first meeting this season with division rival Arizona, formerly known as the Phoenix Coyotes, but they never, well, not never, but in the last few years have been playing out of Glendale, so they decided to go with the Arizona name change.
First of 5 meetings between these Pacific Division rivals this year.
Nieto battling down low, gets it to Marc-Edouard Vlasic. Antoine Vermette, who had the first goal of the game, doing some strong forechecking there for Dave Tippett's team. And now Logan Couture catching it at the Coyotes' blue line and sending it in. And Dillon. Back pass for Burns. Burns ahead for Marleau. Yandle's there as it's batted back into the neutral zone by Connor Murphy. Now Brendan Dillon again.
He's keeping it simple tonight, Brendan Dillon.
Gagne. Some nice passing, and then Doan's shot is blocked. Doan again to the front of the net. Deflects just wide and around for Marleau. And Patrick Marleau will clear it up ice. Hurdle wanted Thornton. That puck bouncing around for Joe Thornton. And Murphy gets it back across as the Coyotes attack now down the right wing side. Doan with Gagne. He'll pass off to the left. Nobody there for Arizona. McMillan, and that's saved by Niemi. McMillan again, trying to retrieve it in the corner. Keep the pressure on here. And he does. Then he's checked by Mueller. That allows James Shepard to get to the puck. Back from Mueller. And he'll go up the boards with it to Wingels. Barclay Goodrow standing just near center. Flipped ahead to McMillan. And he goes into the Shark zone offside. Well, if you're looking for a great way to see a Sharks game at a discount, check out Military Night. It's coming up Wednesday, November 26th against Calgary. Every ticket purchased through the special Military Night event will receive an exclusive San Jose Sharks camouflage t-shirt, and the knowledge that a portion of the proceeds from that ticket will go to benefit Operation Homefront. Go to sjsharks.com for more information.
Great cause.
Second period, we're live here on Comcast Sportsnet California, Saturday night on ice. Glad you're along. Sharks down 2-0 on first period goals by Antoine Vermette and David Schlemko for the Coyotes.
One was a power play goal, the other one an even strength goal.
Vitale, and a penalty coming up to the Sharks here. They've already been burned on the power play once, and they'll be back on the penalty kill again with Andrew Desjardins heading to the box.
And the Sharks penalty killing has been very good lately. They've killed off 18 of the last 20. 90% over the last 8 games. They're going to have to kill one here. You can see Desjardins coming in, clipping Reeder. The back referee saw it, called it. The Sharks back on the PK here. See Todd McLellan scanning the bench.
Sends out Thornton and Couture, along with Mueller and Vlasic on this first penalty kill unit. Arizona with a power play goal in that first period from Vermette. Ekman-Larsson with a shot. That's knocked down with his blocker by Niemi. Keith Yandel back for Ekman-Larsson. They've got some great defensemen who can move the puck in those two. Bodker now on the wing. Back over to Yandel. Ekman-Larsson looks, fires, deflects. Bodker, and he fanned on it. Had an open side of the net, and now Couture back the other way with Thornton. He shoots, and a save by Dubnyk. That one went up high into the screen and out of play.
Bodker's got 2 assists tonight, looking for a goal, and you're not going to get a better look than this. This one redirects off somebody right to Bodker, and I think he just jumped the gun there. You got to de-spin the puck sometimes when it comes off a ricochet, whether it's off the boards or another player. He tried to just fire it all in one motion. And I don't know if he lost the handle or if it just hit his stick and spun off. Either way, Sharks dodge a bullet.
Bodker with 7 goals, 7 assists now. As Jamie said, a 2-point night going here at SAP Center. Power play with another minute 22 to go on it for the Desert Dogs. Yandel for Gagne. Gagne, 5 straight years in Edmonton where he had 40 or more points. Nieto shorthanded back the other way, puts it wide of the net.
Speaking Edmonton, Dubnyk, of course, used to play with the Oilers and had a big win against the Oilers in Edmonton last week.
Yandel shadowing him is Wingles, and Yandel made a nice pass to Gagne to get it in. Ekman-Larsson, trouble now, and Goodrow gets it away. He's got a 3-on-1. Goodrow pass, shot, scores! Tommy Wingles! The first short-handed goal of the season, and it's 2-1.
Well, we've been waiting for that first short-handed goal, and comes at a perfect time for the San Jose Sharks, trailing Arizona 2-0 here. Now they close the gap, and Tommy Wingles gets the short-handed goal, but it's Barclay Goodrow comes up, stick on stick, body, wins the battle, takes off Mueller. He joins the rush. That attracts a defender, and then just a perfect pass. I like Mueller jumping up there. Nice little saucer pass from Goodrow. Wingles the right-handed shot. There's a nice look. There's, you can see him take off. With a lefty and a righty, and just short side, top corner by Wingles.
Tommy Wingles with his 6th goal of the year. Barclay Goodrow gets the assist at 4-11, a short-handed goal for the Sharks. As we said, their first of the season coming here in the 22nd game. And it's a 2-1 Arizona lead. Shane Doan, that's wide. Back over to Michael Bodker. Bodker for David Schlemko to Stone. His shot blocked by Vlasic, and Couture will lift it clear. And that will just about take care of what will turn out to be a very big penalty kill, as the Sharks not only shut down the power play, but get one back. Fired in by Michael Stone as Desjardins comes out of the box. Now, Arizona back on the attack quickly here. Lucas Lessio, number 38, leaves it on the boards. That'll be to Desjardins. Now to Wingles, trying to get Barclay Goodrow in stride, coming across the zone as he and Ekman-Larsson collide.
Wingles had some good comments after that last game. Said, you know, we need to be better. He says, I need to be better. We need to figure out a way. What better way to do it than go get a short-handed goal?
Chip Chura runs into Hannon. Lessio to the point. Mahalik back behind the net. Erat chasing it down. Now Chip Chura lost his footing back there. Looks back at the referee. Wanted a call on a cross-check, I think. With hand in there, Chipchura runs it up high, and then a good poke check by Mueller to get it out.
A good stick by Mueller. He's having a strong period here.
And that'll be icing against Arizona.
Well, let's take another look at this shorthanded goal from the Sharks. You can see Wingels to the left of your screen comes in. Oh, nice. And let's hear what Joe Pavelski had to say.
Come on, Goody. Tap him home.
And we'll give that our Ram shot of the game. Some life on the Sharks bench. Yeah. A big shorthanded goal. Now McGinn a shot. Rebound and just wide on the backhand by Couture. Sharks with some energy after that shorthanded goal. Now Joe Vitale comes back in for the Coyotes, but they're offside. A shorthanded goal by Tommy Wingels cuts the lead in half. Sharks now trail Arizona 2-1. Back in San Jose, time for our McDonald's True Stories of the evening. Take you back to October of last season, 2013. Sharks hosting the then Phoenix Coyotes, but they were still the Desert Dogs. And Tomas Hertl scored his first 2 NHL goals. And of course, right after that, he would go for 4 against the New York Rangers, kicking off a great start to his rookie season.
Well, we saw the focus while he was on the bench. We want to see some of those smiles after he scores goals.
Hertl right now with 4 goals and 10 points on the season. Time again with it. Lost the puck. Chance for Vitale. Great stick by Vlasic. And then the backhander by McMillan wouldn't go. Oh, Arizona all around the San Jose net, but it wouldn't go in.
Yeah, that's 2 glorious chances this period. McMillan and Bodker earlier on the power play. San Jose dodging a bullet, hanging around.
Hertl fails to get it out, and it's placed deep in the zone by Crombeen. Now Hertl at the boards, does get it out, and ahead for him again. Who's got Joe Thornton with him? Thornton, a drop pass as he stumbled. That's literally a drop pass. He passed it and then dropped.
And made the pass. That's how good he is. Thornton goes down.
Gagne at center, weaves his way in against Dillon, who stood his ground. Thornton again. Ahead and poked away by Stone. Right back to Hertl from Marleau. Hertl will send it to the corner. Patrick Marleau after it there. He tried to relay it on to Thornton, but didn't make contact. Now Brendan Dillon in his first game as a Shark. Back to Hertl. That's off the skate of Schlemko. Reeder able to just get it out, and then it hit Burns' arm and went onto the bench.
Well, some close calls in the defensive zone. Vlasic with the stick and forcing the Coyotes forward to a bad angle, and McMillan just misses it coming through the crease. That was a great job by Vlasic, though. If Vlasic's stick's not there, it's 3-1 right now.
It actually went off Vitale's skate, as we saw in that last look from the net cam. That close to going in. Stays 2-1 as Mirko Mueller sends it in. Arizona has not taken a penalty in this game yet. Sharks have been caught for a couple. A wraparound try by Kennedy, and pinning the puck up along the post is Dubnyk, and now some sticks come up.
Get a little pushing and shoving in there. And why not? These teams play each other 5 times. Matt Nieto trying to get back on the goal scoring, if you will. He still plays very well. He's been playing very well defensively. He's using his speed. But he's looking for his second goal. He scored in the first game of the year.
Now the face-off to the right of Dubnyk. Desjardins standing at center between Kennedy and Nieto right now.
Look at attacking faster. He's one of the guys that can definitely do that.
Off the backhand shot, knocked away by Dubnyk. The battle on the near boards. Nieto got in there, but the puck squirts out to the Coyotes. And then they're offside as Bodker brought it in. Mirko Mueller leading all NHL rookies in blocked shots coming into tonight's game with 30. Now a quarter of the way into his first NHL season. A goal, 3 points, but more importantly, settling into that defensive role as a shutdown guy for the Sharks. Didn't come here as a highly touted offensive defenseman.
He plays a lot like Vlasic, you know, when he came into the league.
Wingles can't retrieve it to get it out. Now it deflects, and a chance here on a wraparound. Left back behind the net for Chip Chura. He tried to relay it back onto Lesio, but it wouldn't go. 3-on-2. Wingles, good road, and he shot it wide, deflected off Murphy, the defenseman.
Well, 3-on-2, but it turned into a 3-on-4. Just some ferocious back checking by the Coyotes.
Stone forcing Vlasic to get rid of it. He hands it off to his defense partner, Justin Braun. Murphy. Pavelski on the forecheck with Couture, both deep. And then Dillon helps out, pushing that puck back into the corner. Turnover, and Brent Burns shoots, and it's saved by Dubnyk.
I don't know if you saw that.
Here's Burns again. And he didn't get enough on that to work it past Sam Gagner. And back the other way comes Arizona. Reeder to Yandel. And a blocker saved by Niemi. Gagner wants Riedel. Here's Tobias Riedel. Reeder, rather. And now Dillon. Carefully, as Reeder is right there. Back over to Burns.
Definitely want to be careful on that. That's a backhand pass in the D zone.
Time again with Couture, and Logan's shot saved by Dubnyk. Vitale. As they go end to end here in the second period, we approach the halfway point. Niemi will catch the shot and hold it for a face-off. Well, take along a Sharks territory sign whenever you travel and snap a photo. And it'll be posted on sjsharks.com. Show the world that Sharks territory is everywhere. And every week we'll post the best photos on the Sharks Facebook page. For more information and where you can get your sign, go to sjsharks.com/Sharks territory.
You take a lot of pictures. You're on Twitter and Instagram. You should start bringing those on the road, maybe.
Sharks territory sign?
Yeah.
Dan Rusanowski's in charge of that. He's got one at all times. Patrick Marleau can't advance it past the Arizona blue line. Now Antoine Vermette, one of the 2 goal scorers for the Coyotes. Back for Mahalik. Back for Vermette. Now Bodker. He's been on them both goals with assists. In the corner for Korpikoski, and he's rubbed out. Joe Thornton. One man back Mahalik. Thornton. Pass. And the shot by Marleau, saved by Dubnyk. How did Thornton get that through? Now again, Thornton. That one's intercepted. And Ekman-Larsson lifts it clear. Braun on the wing. Kennedy through to Nieto. Ekman-Larsson checked by Kennedy. He goes down hard. Erat leaning on Kennedy as the puck's in Kennedy's skates. Now Kennedy out with it. He tried to backhand it over to Nieto. Here's Desjardins. He can't quite get it to Nieto. And it'll come out of the zone, swept back in by Vlasic. Big hit behind the play. Kennedy finishing his check on Mahalik. But Arizona attacks back at the other end. Erat a shot. Niemi will catch it and hold it. 8.5 left in the second. 2-1 Coyotes. Attention Dish customers, Dish may take away your Sharks hockey. Stop Dish from taking away your Sharks. Call Dish now at 1-844-I-WANT-CSN or visit iwantcsnca.com and demand they keep CSN.
Well, if you want to come across, if you want to get some speed in this game, you're going to watch Thornton. He's going to come all the way across here. Shortens the ice. That creates the speed in the neutral zone. That drives the defense back. Marleau comes down through the middle. There's the pass. It was deflected on the way to the net. And a good scoring chance for the San Jose Sharks. You can see that McCulloch did get his stick on it. Marleau gets body position. Just gets the puck. It rolls up over Dubnyk. And unfortunately for the Sharks, over the net.
And that's our El Camino Hospital focus on winning. Joe Thornton on an 8-game point streak coming in. 4 goals, 5 assists over that span. Marleau coming off the goal on Thursday night against Florida. And a face-off win for San Jose as Tommy Wingels gets to center, and then he's hauled down by Shane Doan, who takes the first penalty of the game for Arizona. And the Sharks will have a power play chance to tie it.
Speed through the neutral zone. Draw penalty. Tommy Wingels has the shorthanded goal and puts the Sharks on the first power play of the game. It's the captain for the Coyotes, Shane Doan.
2 minutes for hooking. Time on the penalty.
Hooking the call at 11:34 on Doan. Puts San Jose on a Cache Creek power play. Sharks power play coming into the night, 5th in the NHL. The Coyotes were one of the poorer teams penalty killing last year. They were 26th. They've improved on that a bit. They're 21st right now. Shot saved by Dubnyk. Rebound, Couture into the crowd, and back to Vermette, who clears it.
As Couture's coming back, kind of looked up. He knew he missed a good opportunity there. I'm not sure who it hit, but that far side was open.
Burns to Marleau at center. Can't jam it past the defender Korpikoski, but now Pavelski gets it back and over to Joe Thornton. For Couture, let him a little too far, goes behind the net. And Dubnyk will freeze it there as Pavelski's upended behind the goal in a collision with Ekman Larsson.
Todd McLellan had already made his mind on the bench to get the next unit out there. It's 32 seconds into the power play. Give the second unit an opportunity, and if they can't score, the first unit, they'll clean things up here in the last 40 seconds of this power play. There's the 2 guys, part of the first goal. Goodrow getting a little power play time.
Wingels to take this draw. And Justin Braun to Marc-Edouard Vlasic. His shot tipped by Goodrow, and then he couldn't get to the rebound. Vitale clears it.
Face-off win by Wingels.
Barclay Goodrow, his second NHL point, assisting on the Sharks' goal by Wingels tonight. And McMillan will come in, but he's offside. Would have been a dangerous chance perhaps there for Arizona. This faceoff will come back into the neutral zone. A minute 5 left in the Shane Doan penalty.
McMillan came over in a trade from Anaheim, where he started his career back in 2013. Sent Matthew Lombardi to the Ducks.
Burns for Marleau. Tries to skate past Mahalik. Did, but didn't have that pass to the goal anymore. Burns loads up. Couture shoots, and that deflects off Mahalik's stick. Up, out of play. That came off the screen. They whistle it down.
A good zone entry from the San Jose Sharks. Marleau using his speed in the neutral zone, gets the puck deep. And Burns had a couple of options. He could have shot, come back to the right to Thornton. Ends up going over to Couture. Pavelski looming around the slot area for redirect. The challenge for the team's penalty killing against the Sharks is that guy right there, Brent Burns, because he's got such a great shot from the point, or he can kick it out to either side. Do you force him, or do you stay back a little bit? That's the dilemma for teams penalty killing.
Thornton battles on the boards, gets it away from Mahalik. Burns, and the shot gloved by Dubnyk. Sharks get a scoring chance there. Not sure Couture got all of that, but Devan Dubnyk gave up no rebound.
Now his glove was right there. There's Burns, just a quick pass. He's got great skills. Pavelski tipped it. Let's see if we get a better look from this angle. Pavelski tips it right into the glove of Dubnyk. Look what I found.
Right glove, right place at the right time. Actually, left glove.
Left glove, right place. Right
Burns, his shot, wide, rebound, backhanded by Couture, but blocked. Now Logan, down to Thornton, working behind the goal line, skates out, back to Couture. He's got Pavelski in front. Burns, oh, he shot it up high, must have deflected. Came off the netting after that. Brent Burns can't believe he missed an open net. Maybe it just came off his blade rolling. Let's look.
Now we'll take a look at Burns over to the right side of your screen. Oh, yeah. That's like a field goal.
He just missed it.
That puck came right over. Let's see if the puck is rolling. Yeah. Oh, that's a great look right there. And when the puck is rolling, you want to close your blade and shoot it right from the heel. You'll have more control in that situation.
That went straight off Burns' stick to the netting. Yeah, there's a discussion now where the face-off should be, and they're going to bring it outside. It certainly did not deflect.
The referee's talking to Todd McClellan about it. There it is. It hit his stick. It went way up over. There's the look. Now Burns, if you look at his blade, right when he released it, his blade opened up. You want to have your bottom hand down lower in that situation when a puck is rolling to have better control and close your blade. It's almost like a one-touch pass. That'll keep it down from going up where it did. That didn't just go over the net. It went over the glass into the mesh.
Well, you know, on another look, Schlemko's stick was there, and I'm wondering if the Sharks feel that it hit the shaft of his stick, too. Didn't look like it from Arlo. Here's Pavelski, and Dubnyk with the save. Power play continuing. Final seconds. Burns just wide. To the other side, Marleau, shot pass. Couture trying one more pass for Pavelski. That wouldn't go. And Vitale comes to center. Run into by Mueller. And Doan back on the ice as the Coyotes kill their first penalty against here in the game.
Now that check from Mueller will be a little harder in a couple of years when he puts on a few pounds.
Doan. And a pump check by Burns.
Sportsmanship. Stone from Coyotes.
Mueller up for Wingels off his skate, and now back to Yandel. Icing called here.
You don't see that very often. One of the Shark sticks somehow ended up in the bench of the Coyotes. Stone just handed it to the Sharks trainer right behind me. A little gamesmanship there. Like to see it.
5:50 left in the second. Sharks have held Coyotes to just 13 shots on goal. San Jose with 22. Both the Arizona goals coming in the first period. An offside call. We will step aside. 2-1. Arizona in front. Back live at SAP Center with the Coyotes leading the Sharks 2-1 here. 5:50 to go in the second period. Randy Hunt along with Jamie Baker. We're glad you're along on the Saturday night on ice. Second game of a 6-game homestand for the Sharks. Got Hannon over on the San Jose bench. Sharks are going to have a couple of days for rest and practice after this. First break they've had in some time. Calgary is in next. And how about the Flames and their hot start? They'll be here on Wednesday night.
Well, I'd have to say that the Flames and probably the Nashville Predators are the two biggest surprises of the Western Conference. I mean, Vancouver's had a tremendous start to the year. They had a down year last year. They still have a lot of talent.
Calgary at home tonight to New Jersey, trailing the Devils 3-1 after 2 periods. Tough night for Edmonton in the division. That last report after 2, Blackhawks leading the Oilers 6-0. As Wingels fell, and it comes back to center ice. Wingels getting a body on Keith Yandel, who's still able to get the puck out. Whipped back in by Vlasic. Yandel up for Vermette. Spinorama pass for Korpikoski. Braun gets body on Korpikoski, finishes his hit. As it's moved to the line but not out. Stone kept it in. Braun angles across. Supported by Shepard and Goodrow. Kennedy's out there as well. Michael Bodker shadowed by Shepard all the way up to the line. Now Stone. That's wide. Shepard can't get it by his man on the far side. Now it comes back to him. We've got a delayed penalty coming up to Arizona. Justin Braun on the attack. Marleau digs it out of there, and now we'll get the whistle as Schlemko with the touch. And the Sharks will go on a second straight power play. Let's listen to the call. And let's not listen to the call. It is boarding. And just trying to catch who's coming over to serve it.
There's the boarding right down there in the corner.
Vermette.
I'm not going to lie to you. Niemi was talking to Grosnick. He came over to get some water. I mean, he came off towards the bench anyway to get the extra attacker. So I was kind of listening to what he was saying. He was talking about playing the puck down the corner. There's Troy Grosnick taking some notes. He's tracking the face-offs for the coaching staff.
So Vermette's off for boarding at 15:34. Sharks could really use a power play goal here. They had some great looks last time, especially Burns, who had a couple. Pavelski for Thornton. Back to Joe Pavelski. Thornton back door to Burns. Shot saved by Dubnyk, and the rebound cleared by McMillan.
Nice play by Marlowe. He came down and actually drew one or two guys towards him, and that opened up that play by Burns. Good save by Dubnyk.
Pavelski's pass intercepted. And wrapping around with it is Reeder. Tobias Reeder, checked by Burns. Puck came off his stick, back to Burns now, as the Sharks look to re-attack here on this power play. Couture ahead for Pavelski. Phoenix quickly with 3 back. Arizona, that's my second time calling them Phoenix tonight. It's a hard habit to break. And let's see, are the Sharks going to get called for too many men here?
No, I don't think they're going to get called for too many men, but the linesman wisely, he did blow it down. We're going to take a look at the Sharks here. They got one guy down low, and you can see where all 4 of the San Jose Shark players are in that situation. 4 guys down low, 1 guy up high, and then Thornton with a little backhand pass to Burns and a good scoring chance. Pavelski in that situation, he kind of slid up high, but a different look from the Sharks, kind of attacking from behind the net.
No penalty as Shepard gets it back to Marc-Edouard Vlasic. 50 seconds left in the Antoine Vermette penalty. Over the stick of Dubnyk. Nice work back there by Vitale. He weaves his way out of a ton of trouble and gets it back down to the Sharks' end of the ice. Now Vlasic. Lead pass. And this is going to force Dubnyk to come out and play it. Goodrow taking a swipe at it with the empty net there. Shepard gets it away from Ekman-Larsson, but Dillon can't hold it in. Brendan Dillon playing in his first game as a Shark, traded yesterday for Jason Demers and a 3rd-round draft pick in 2016.
I like what I see. I liked him in Dallas, so we'll see how he adjusts and when he gets a few practices here. You see him right now getting some speed through the neutral.
Back through for Dillon, and the backhand shot wouldn't go. Vermette's out of the box. Arizona 2 for 2 on the penalty kill tonight. Bottker taken away by Nieto. Now Kennedy brings it in with Desjardins. Shot, save, rebound, score! Andrew Desjardins ties the game with his first goal of the season.
I talked to him this morning about scoring. I said, go to the front of the net. Be like Forrest Gump. Maybe it'll go off your buttocks or something. He goes, well, I don't care if it goes off my face. Well, how about this? It goes off your stick. A shot, a rebound, a goal, and it starts with a great back check in the neutral zone from Nieto. We take a look at the Prism net cam. And Desjardins does the right thing. You shoot low when a goalie is moving laterally. That 5-hole is opening up, and there's a smile. And the Sharks' 4th line tie this up. Now, how big are those saves by Niemi now at the end of the first period? Those 2 huge saves that he made.
Andrew Desjardins with his first goal of the season. Kennedy and Nieto get the assist at 17:53 as Doan puts McGinn into the boards hard at center ice. McGinn right back up on his skates, but then the Sharks go offside.
Well, that was so fun. We're going to take another look. There's the shot from Kennedy. There's the big rebound. Desjardins with the goal. What does Joe Pavelski think of this? That's a guy that's in it right there. He's been talking, and there's a smile from Desjardins. Got a little cut. He got actually, I don't know if that was a stick or a puck earlier this game, but a lot more energy on this bench right now from the San Jose Sharks.
Sharks get a big power play goal here, along with a short-handed goal. Not a power play goal, but Desjardins getting the fourth line goal. And now Braun up off the boards. It's knocked down by Reeder. In for Gagne. And back out to Murphy at center. Under a minute and a half left here in the second. They're down 2-0. The Sharks fight their way back into this. And it's McGinn now to Joe Pavelski. Schlemko. Stone for Doan, and back to Vern.
1 minute left to play in the period.
Off Goodrow's stick, he'll chase it down against Schlemko. In comes Korpikoski for Arizona, along with Wingels for the Sharks. And they grind away down there.
There's even a lot more talking from the Sharks bench. It's not just the coaches, it's the players right now.
Burns, wrist shot. That's fronted, blocked at the front of the net by Stone. They'll let it go back here for Dubnyk now with half a minute left in the period.
It's an effective shift for the Sharks' third line.
Bodker against Dillon. Poked by Thornton, but not out. Korpikoski battling Burns behind the net. This one's cleared up the ice by Hurdle to Marleau to Thornton, and they go offside.
That was the right play. That was close too. Linesman was right there. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. This game moves so fast. Good stick position by that Carriers. We're going to take another air puck. Was bobbling, yeah. That defenseman just poke checked it. Stick on the ice, out in front of you. Good defensive positioning by the Coyotes defenseman leads to that offside by the Sharks. Details and habits, so important.
Face-off win. Marleau gets it in. Dubnyk checking out the real estate in front of him as it's flicked by Mahalik through center. And that's going to do it for 40 minutes. But a solid middle period for the Sharks as they get a shorthanded goal, their first this year from Wingels. And then, speaking of firsts, Andrew Desjardins nets his first of the year. And we are all even after 2. The Sharks 2 and the Desert Dogs 2. Coming up in the intermission, Brody Brazil and Curtis Brown standing by with the Ram Intermission Report. They'll look around the NHL on a busy Saturday. And then Jamie Baker and I are back with highlights. Welcome back to SAP Center. There is Andrew Desjardins. He looks like he's been in a hockey game. Cut on his cheek. Locked in. He's got a big goal that tied this game up in the second period. And now the table set for the Sharks here in the third on home ice against the traveling Coyotes. See if the Sharks can come up with their first win of this homestand here tonight against a Pacific Division rival. Third period underway. Sharks and Arizona Coyotes on this Saturday night on ice here on Comcast Sportsnet California. Randy Hahn with Jamie Baker, and we are glad you are along too as the Sharks battle Arizona here in a good hockey game so far. Antoine Vermette trying to keep it going there, but he stumbled offside.
Vermette, one of the goal scorers for the Coyotes. Way back in the first period. It's 6.5 minutes in. San Jose, you want to get on a little bit of a roll. It's one of those things. It's a funny thing, but you got to start at 1 and get a home win, and then they get a day off tomorrow, I think, a couple of practices, and back at it on Wednesday. And then they can try and get on a little winning streak. We're going to get a much better feel for this team in the next month here. And they have some home games, practices, and rest.
Thornton, and he takes the shot just as the whistle blew, offside. And that'll come back out. So Joe Thornton with, as we said, an 8-game point streak coming in. He had a 10-game point streak back in 09. Joe's also sitting on 349 career goals, and Thornton's been scoring a little more frequently this year than normal. 7 goals for Thornton so far. Next one, as we said, will be his 350th, and it'll put him in a pretty elite club of players in the history of the league that have 350 goals and 850 assists. Maybe it'll come tonight. There's a save by Niemi, and the puck ends up in the net. Off the rebound, the Coyotes take the lead 52 seconds into the third period.
Well, that is obviously not the start the Sharks wanted here in the third period. They can't get the puck out. And you can see two Coyotes down low. There's just a shot and a rebound. There's Niemi. He's out, makes the first save. And that's a nice job by Shane Doan. He's coming in. Doan's. Oh, we're going to see the turnover. That was Hurdle. The puck goes off the back of his stick. And Doan looked like he was ready for a backhand. He just gets the puck over to his forehand as he's going past the net. His 98th game against the Sharks, picks up a point. He already had an assist tonight. He's got 2 points.
Shane Doan, 7th of the year, 52 seconds into the period. Now Mirko Mueller, a shot, and Dubnyk down to make the save.
Take a look from the prison net cam. There's Niemi with the save. And there's the quick switch of hands by Doan to tuck it home.
Right now they're giving the goal to Gagne, but I'm pretty sure it's Shane Doan who's going to end up with credit for it once they get a better look. Well, perhaps not. Right now officially it's Gagne from Reeder and Yandel.
Scored by number 19, Shane Doan. Assisted by number 9, Sam Gagne.
They're announcing Doan here in the building, but we've been told there's a scoring change. It matters not at this point. From the Sharks standpoint, they need another one to get back even. And Wingle's shot deflects off a Coyote stick. James Shepard back to the point for Marc-Edouard Vlasic. He'll whip it into the corner. Tommy Wingles there against David Schlemko. Wingles getting a rough ride back there from Joe Vitale. Now Wingles. Nobody at the point. He'll skate it up there himself. Vlasic, one-timer tip, but Dubnyk able to come up with the save. And once and for all now, it is Doan's goal from Gagne and Reeder.
We all feel better. Shepard down low in the corner, sets a soft pick, and Wingles comes up high, and you can see the D switching. And Vlasic comes all the way over to the far boards. That's where the open space was. Forces Dubnyk to make a really move lateral. He was over on the right post, came all the way across, made a good save and a good rebound.
25 saves so far in the game for Dubnyk. Down at the other end, Antti Niemi hasn't been nearly as busy. He's made only 11 saves on only 14 Arizona shots. Puck out of play.
Well, looking around the NHL, the Toronto Maple Leafs with a big win tonight. It's been fun watching. Have you been paying attention to what's been going on in Toronto? The whole stick gate. The team won a couple of games ago and didn't salute the fans after the game. Said it was just changing their routine. And the fans throwing jerseys on there. So you think there's controversy in sometimes your own city. You just have to look around this league and you can see a lot more.
Desjardins lined up with Nieto and Kennedy as Todd McClellan's juggled his third and fourth lines within this game. They're different than the way the game started. The Thornton line and the Shepard line staying the same. Here's Nieto trying to cut into the net. Lost his footing in that collision with Ekman Larsson. Desjardins a shot saved by Dubnyk, and he reaches out and grabs the rebound. Well, you still have a chance to purchase your Thanksgiving mystery pucks here at SAP Center coming up on Wednesday when the Sharks are home to Calgary. Those mystery pucks signed by Sharks players, $20 each, available on the concourses. Go to sharksfoundation.org for more information.
You're right about the lines. McGinn's up with Pavelski and Couture. And Nieto out there with Desjardins and Kennedy. They're the ones that got the Sharks' second goal. Might as well keep them as a unit.
Burns for Brendan Dillon. And Dubnyk's going to gobble this up again. And another faceoff to come here in Coyotes territory. An Arizona team trying to get back to their identity, which they kind of lost a little bit last year. A shutdown kind of team, a team that relies on its goaltending. Dave Tippett playing a style that, well, he's forced to by really having maybe a lack of that superstar scoring talent up front. He's blessed with some great defensemen and was getting great goaltending from Mike Smith, who got hurt near the end of last year. And Smith this year just hasn't quite had his game the same way that he has in seasons past. Smith, the backup tonight, with a record of 4-10-1. and his save percentage only .890.
Not the same goalie that back in 2012 in the playoffs had a .944 save percentage, taking this Coyotes team to the conference finals.
Yeah, they've missed the playoffs the last 2 years, although last year they missed it by 2 points to the Dallas Stars, who snuck in as the 8th seed in the West. Here's Doan, who has the go-ahead goal. Out of the corner, Couture. Plays it ahead for Pavelski. That's poked back in. Whip around shot in the Emmy. The save off Reeder.
That's a tough save from Niemi. He had no idea where Reeder is going to shoot because he's spinning and turning. Can't read the goalie, or the goalie can't read the eyes in that situation.
Dillon tried to skate himself out of trouble and then tried to use the high glass, but he ran out of glass. That one went dangerously up onto the Sharks bench. Keep your head up down there.
Yes, duck is the proverbial word in that situation for all of us. Well, I don't know how close this puck came to me in that situation, but I know I ducked. I'm worried about, there's 2 things, direct and then off the glass here. So you got to keep your eye. I have a monitor here, but this is back to when my playing days. You got to keep an eye on what's going on the ice at all times. It's not as safe down here, Randy. I hope you're taking that into consideration at times.
I recommended a helmet for you. That way we could put a helmet cam on you, too.
I was thinking like a big green helmet or something.
Shepard. And now Goodrow, and that one will deflect up into the screen out of play.
When you talk about this Coyotes team trying to get back to Coyotes hockey, in the first 10 games this year, they were 3-6-1. As we take a look at Mike Smith on the bench, they gave up 37 goals in the first 10 games, and their record has improved over the last 10. They're 5-4-1. They've only given up 25 goals, so they've tightened things up defensively in the last 10 games.
And you talk about offense and where they maybe lack a little bit. They lost 2 pretty important players, Mike Ribeiro and also Radim Verbata, who left them in free agency and went to the Canucks.
They definitely miss him more. Ribeiro didn't have a very good year for the Coyotes last year. In a redemption year in Nashville, he's been playing tremendous.
And tonight, they're missing one of their top offensive players, Michael Hansel, with a lower body injury. Shepard, Wingles out of his glove, back to the front of the net, pinballs around, Dubnik's there, trying to find it, can't. Braun, Gamble steps up, gets it ahead. Sharks still with it in the zone. Wingles for Justin Braun. Braun shoots, blocked by Murphy. This is Goodrow. Up top for Vlasic, and has to get control of it over the line. Now sends it back in, and the Sharks will change up.
Well, that puck bounced over Vlasic's stick. He did a nice job stick handling just outside the blue line around Bodker. Otherwise, it could have been a 2-on-1.
Good keep in by Shepard. Nieto, Kennedy fires off the stick of Dubnyk. Business picking up here in the 3rd period. Vitale from the angle, and Niemi will hang on.
Well, the Sharks not looking for a 3rd period comeback coming into the 3rd period because they tied this thing up in the 2nd period. But they find themselves down by 1. In the last 7 games, they haven't scored 3 goals in any of the games. Actually, it's been 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2. So they got to get out of that trend. But they need 3 here tonight to just tie this thing and send it to extra time.
Sharks' biggest offensive outburst in a while was the first game of that 7-game road trip when they scored 5 in Dallas. Niemi with the glove stop, but then it trickled through. Doan couldn't convert, and it's cleared out. Well, Sportsnet Central coming up tonight on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area at 10:30. Henry Woodford and Fallon Smith in the big chairs. The latest on Pablo Sandoval. Will he stay or will he go? Big game highlights and reaction, and a big game for Alden. A 49ers preview as they get set for action. All that coming up tonight at 10:30 on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Here in San Jose, we are in the 3rd period live. Sharks down 3-2 at home to Arizona. As this Andrew Desjardins shot will deflect out of play.
Todd McClellan right away. Let's go, let's go. Getting the 2nd unit out there. Usually he'll wait until the referee puts his arm up. Todd McClellan, I don't think he's worried about matching lines right now. He just wants to keep the pressure on.
There's Brendan Dillon, 24 years of age, 6'4", 225 pounds. a native of New Westminster, British Columbia, a Vancouver suburb, home of a legendary WHL franchise, the New Westminster Bruins, although he didn't play for them. Here's Kyle Chipchura trying to get through between Brent Burns, who said, no, not on my watch. Now Chipchura again behind the net, gets it out front, shot by Erad, and Niemi got a piece of that. Now Ekman-Larsson off a block to McGinn. He can't clear it. Vitale back on it. Chipchura checked hard by McGinn. Ekman-Larsson across, and he'll advance it once more to Vitale down low. Now McGinn backhands it to Couture, and Dillon will skate it up ice. 6 minutes gone here in the third. Arizona in front on a Shane Doan goal 52 seconds into this third. Michael Bodker scoops one wide off Braun's stick. Now Antoine Vermette wanted Bodker cutting back. That gets to Braun. At center, Yandel quickly looking for a re-entry, and Bodker's got it to Korpikoski. Marlowe, and it ramped up before it got to Thornton. They'll chase it down with Connor Murphy there, and now Keith Yandel parks behind the net.
Yandel holds the puck behind the net, allows the Coyotes to change. Get some fresh bodies out there.
Gagne. Sharks have it again. Thornton backhand chips it in. Marlowe will get to it first. Stone gets an iron on him. Now Thornton battles Shane Doan. The two number 19s going at it again. They've had many a battle over the years. Mueller back for Thornton. Marlowe's in front. Thornton shot through the screen, but Dubnyk saw it. Then Marlowe gets a stick up high, and there's going to be an Arizona penalty here on a high stick, I believe, to Michael Stone. Sharks will have a power play when we come back.
For Sharks ticket holders.
Attention Dish customers, Dish may take away your Sharks hockey. Stop Dish from taking away your Sharks. Call Dish now at 1-844-I-WANT-CSN or visit iwantcsnca.com and demand they keep CSN.
Well, some good pressure in the offensive zone by the Sharks' top line. Leads to a power play. Could have been a high stick, but Stone got a hooking penalty. Either way, Sharks go on the power play. Got an opportunity here to tie this up.
That's the third straight minor penalty taken by the Desert Dogs. And they win the faceoff as it's cleared out by Korpikoski. Brent Burns to Pavelski. And now the Sharks go to work on the power play. Logan Couture with a shot. And a good stick there by Mahalik. Forces it out on a deflection.
That was a good neutral zone regroup on the Sharks. Joe Pavelski's been talking on the bench about regrouping, coming back quicker. And then you can take off going the other way. San Jose's got power play goals in the last 2 games. 1 in each of them. How about 3 in a row?
They have a shorthanded goal tonight from Tommy Wingels, their first shorty of the year. Now Marlowe will take the draw instead of Thornton.
That's the third shorthanded goal against for the Coyotes.
Thornton back for Burns. He'll load up and shoot it off a skate wide. Thornton saved by Dubnyk. No rebound. Pavelski shoved out of that area by Ekman-Larsson.
Good execution off the face-off win by the San Jose Sharks. Attacking quick, not allowing the penalty killers to get set up. We talked about Burns loading up. There's the shot. Comes off the boards, and then Thornton just didn't pick a spot. Pav's doing a good job battling in front of the net, trying to be bad goalie and screen Dubnyk. Tough to screen him, though. 6'6".
Thornton, Couture. Burns doesn't have a shot. Back to Logan Couture. Up top, Burns scores! Brent Burns off the glove of Dubnyk. A power play goal ties the game.
Well, it starts with the shift before that draws the penalty that gets this power play unit, the 6th best power play unit on the ice. Face-off win, and we're going to see a little rotation. Couture comes down, and there's the one-timer, and I'm not sure if Pavelski touched it. His reaction, the way he came back to Burns, tells me that it's going to be Burns' goal. Either way, Burns is getting an assist. Jimmy Johnson likes it. Pavelski with lots of energy. The Sharks tie it up 3-3. There's Larry Robinson giving Burns a tap on the back, and rightfully so. Boy, those face-off wins on the power play, really important. Led to that goal.
They're taking a close look at it, so no word on whose it is, but it is a tie game. It's gonna. They're saying it's Pavelski, but we're going to wait till we get a closer look at it, perhaps from another angle. 3-3, and we've got a game here under a dozen minutes to go in the third, all tied up. Here's a shot and a block as Reeder tried to untie it. Right now it's Pavelski, his 200th career goal if it holds up. 9th of the year from Burns and Couture at 7:47. Sharks have played from behind all game. They have not had the lead in this game, but now have a chance to get the lead. Ekman-Larsson backs in toward his own zone, gives it, and gets it back from Yandel. Or Stone, rather. And then falling is Burnett. Kennedy. Nieto's shot turned aside by Dubnyk. Dillon. He'll wrist one. It bounces just wide.
Well, this line.
Now Burns off the boards, trying to weave through. Desjardins can't get the shot away, and it deflects to Bodker. But a great job by Desjardins coming back to break it up.
Well, this line, if this is the Sharks' fourth line, they have been playing absolutely tremendous tonight. Both Kennedy and Nieto with a lot of speed. Desjardins playing a real strong game as the pivot, getting chances every shift.
Here's McGinn up through center. Shot in by Couture.
There's some good energy on the Sharks bench right now. Coyotes, meanwhile, they're looking up at the clock a little bit more there.
Turnover. Pavelski in front, and Dubnyk with a great save there on what could have been a go-ahead goal by Ty McGinn.
Well, here's a turnover from the Coyotes. Aaron pass, heads-up play by Pavelski, and what an opportunity for Ty McGinn to get his first goal as a San Jose Shark. And that guy right there, Devin Dubnyk, with a huge save. If I'm Ty McGinn playing, if I'm playing with Pavelski and Couture, I'm going to the net. You got two skilled players like that. Use your size. McGinn, use his size, go to the net. He'll find a way to score.
3-3. We're live in the third period. Coming up on 10 minutes to go. Sharks with goals from Wingels, Desjardins, and Pavelski. And Niemi with a stick save off Brandon McMillan. Back into the zone, Couture takes a look, shoots. Looking to maybe play it off Dubnyk for McGinn, who was coming in late. Coyotes back with it. Thornton keeps it in. The steal off Schlemko. Now Stone rims it around for Batali. Stays in again. And now Thornton reaches out. Poked away to Marleau. His shot blocked. Gets it back and scoops it just wide. Thornton. Pavelski trying to back his way to the net. But Dubnyk read it. Got his stick out and throws it upside the post. And now some fisticuffs perhaps, as Pavelski's grabbed onto by Stone, who didn't like a little chop that Pavelski took at Dubnyk. It's all tied up here in the third.
So here's the shot. We're going to get an overhead look at Pavelski in front of Dubnyk, trying to get in his eyes. He moves his stick over, and I think he redirects it right there. And you know what? I have a pretty good source. Joe Pavelski just a couple of seats away from me down on the bench, and I had a chance. I'm like, that hit your stick? And all he said is, yep. He's the guy that knows it ricocheted right off the shaft of his stick. Joe Pavelski, his 200th goal as a San Jose Shark. Congrats, Pav. Ties this thing up. That's what's more important.
Power play goal, a shorthanded goal, and an even strength goal for the Sharks in the game tonight.
Even strength goal from the Sharks' fourth line.
3-3, down to 9:15 to go here in the third.
You know, this team needs something to get some confidence and get some momentum in their game, something to carry over, get a good feeling. How about a comeback win from against a good defensive hockey team, the Coyotes? What the doctor ordered.
Up to center, and now Chip Chura hands it across to Mahalik, and that little deke puts them offside. As we just noted, Joe Pavelski with his 200th career goal, 3rd overall in goal-scoring leaders in franchise history, ahead of Joe Thornton, behind Owen Nolan, and Joe Pavelski is 243 behind Patrick Marleau, who leads the franchise all-time. 3-3 here in the 3rd. Icing waved off on a deflection. Matters not, though. Goodrow got to it anyway. Now Shepard battles. Gets it out to the point. Burns didn't have a lane to shoot. He'll skate it deep. Trying to get it centered. And a good stick by Yandel knocks that away off the backboards. And then it rebounds to Dubnyk. But clearly, the Sharks, Jamie, putting on some real pressure here now since the tying goal.
Well, and you know what? Going back to the 2nd period, they put on some pressure in that period, and they've carried over here. They didn't get demoralized when the Coyotes took a 3-2 lead. They've got the fans going here at SAP Center. It's not, you know, as loud as it gets here at SAP, it's not the responsibility of the fans to get the guys on the team going. It's the job is for the players to come in and play with energy and passion. You know, that's what Sharks hockey is about. Going to the net, hard-nosed hockey. Get the fans into it. They love that. They've had a fun night here so far at SAP. Obviously, it'd be a lot better with a win.
Slapped ahead by Laurie Korpikoski. Brent Burns with his new defense partner, Brendan Dillon. And that would be another nice aspect to all of this. In Dillon's debut on the blue line for the Sharks to come up with a win. Here is Dillon to Burns. Right back to him. Back to the net. Goodrow shot blocked. A quick up pass to Desjardins with Tyler Kennedy. Cannon will get it deep. Everybody tags up. Sharks with 36 shots. Only 19 for Arizona. Mueller back. Nice play there, and then lost it for a moment to Reeder. Ekman Larsson holds the zone. Back down to Reeder. Here's Shane Doan. Fires, blocked by Mueller. Ends up back on Doan's stick. Hannon sends it up the boards, not out. Then Kennedy, a diving check at Mahalik, who's shaken up. And Mahalik skates to the Arizona bench.
And he's favoring his left leg.
Sharks don't get it out. A shot by Gagne off Hannon's stick and out of play.
Well, you want your goalie to make big saves at the right time to give your chance a team. Early in the, late in the 1st period, Sharks were trailing 2-0. There's a huge right pad save by Anthony. Look at him get his right pad out. And here's another opportunity. That was from Joe Vitale right there. Great save by Niemi. No rebound.
And those saves of the game brought to you by RGP Consulting from the inside out.
Might be a different game if the Coyotes go up 3-0 in that 1st period.
And now a stoppage in play with 6:46 left in the 3rd. And with the gap in the schedule now with the Sharks off till Wednesday, another reason you want to end a Saturday night with a win. Those extra days off are a little tougher to deal with. They're not days off, but days without a game.
Like when
you've lost.
When you and I, you know, meet tomorrow and we go over the broadcast, it'll be a lot better for us, I think, if the team wins.
I didn't get that memo. There's Murphy. And Vlasic to Logan Couture. Chip Chura on the Keith Yandel stick.
Always win games when you have days off after.
Arizona's got a tough weekend. They play at Anaheim tomorrow, and that's, I believe, an early start.
Yes, it is. 5 o'clock.
Sharks know what that's all about after it happened twice on the last road trip.
Once earlier this year, New Jersey and Rangers.
Here's Lesio. Checked by Braun. Chip Chura, and that was going wide, but Niemi grabs onto it nonetheless.
Coyotes with a little bit of a pushback here. Justin Braun is having another strong game. He and Vlasic have to consider them one of the top D pairs in the NHL. You can see the coaches, and so often you get a few of the bench. I'm here, they're patting guys on the back, talking, teaching.
Dillon for Marleau. Schlemko, who has one of the Arizona goals tonight, his first of the year. Two players scoring their first goals of the season tonight, Schlemko and Desjardins. This one's off the netting and out of play. We will take a break. Going to be a good stretch drive here in the third. 3-3. Here in San Jose, time for our Toyota game summary. Earlier in this period, in fact, 52 seconds in, Arizona took the lead 3-2. And then Joe Pavelski first went to work on his bench and then on the ice.
That doesn't stop us, boys. Keep going. Yep, hey, big shift. Come on, Goody. Keep that energy going, Des, eh? I'm still getting one. You're still getting one. Huh? We're still getting one, yeah. Yes.
That's the kind of leadership you're looking from your top players, right, Jamie Baker?
That's leadership right there. The whole time. After the Coyotes made it 3-2, we're getting it back. Kept going, pumping guys up, and you could tell he scored the goal. Because he said right away, without turning back and knowing it was in the net, he said yes.
That's talking the talk and walking the walk.
That's exactly
as Pavelski ties the game back up with the deflection of Brentford's shot, a power play goal. Pavelski's 9th, 200th of his career. And now the Sharks try to finish the deal here in the final 5.5 minutes of this third period.
Brings it every night. You know, some nights he's better than others, which is going to happen to every player in this league. But this guy brings it every single night. His preparation is phenomenal. His off-season training, tremendous. Just the ultimate pro. And what a great guy. Humble guy. A good person around the room.
Reeder picks it off Dillon. Now Dillon trying to get a body back on. Doan places it through the crease for Gagne, who claims he got a high stick. Got his glove up to his face. No call on the play, and now he gets the puck back. Gagne down the wing. In front, he wanted Doan on a redirection. Mahalik trying to keep it in for the Desert Dogs as Shepherd is checked by Doan. Now James Shepherd up to the line, kind of a tweener pass. Goodrow accelerates past the defenseman. It's Murphy against Goodrow. Now Shepherd. Leaned on by Lesio. Kept in by Mueller. Marco Mueller, a skipping shot that goes wide. Off the backboard, Tannen. Shepherd failed to catch it behind the net as Erat darts to it in the corner. And Arizona back with control in their own end. Lesio had it and lost it. Now Wingles. And now here's Goodrow. His shot just wide off the backboard. Ekman Larson trying to get it out. Tannen jams his stick ahead. And now Arizona clears. A chance for Chip Chura, and he just missed wide.
Good shift from the Sharks' third line. Goodrow using his speed to create that forecheck. Good forechecking by Wingles and Shepherd. And I'll get a little pat on the back from Jay Woodcroft. Positive reinforcement.
Vermette. Now Korpikoski to this side. Yandel almost to the goal line, and we'll see these Arizona D-men pinching here in the third period, looking for a go-ahead goal. Not overly aggressive. It's a tie game. But they have that ability to be very involved in the attack. Out of the scrum. Sharks with the puck. Braun. He'll get it out. Kennedy and Desjardins after the puck carrier Michael Stone. Bodker. Gagne moves past Braun. Sharks outnumbering on this side of the ice. Nieto gets to it. He'll backhand it deep into Arizona territory as we go to under 3 minutes here in regulation.
Both teams shutting down the neutral zone. We're seeing a lot of dump-ins right now and then battles in the corners from one end to the other. And that's because there's not a lot of room in the neutral zone.
Mahalik That hit Gagne's stick. Burns ended up on Reeder's back as Pavelski sends it into the zone. Dubnyk will wrist it up along the boards. Knocked down by Couture. Now Gagne back around for Mahalik. Sharks have it again. Here's McGinn. And that's cleared by Ekman-Larsson. Back to Scott Hannon. Leaves it on the boards. Miller there in time. Couture ahead for Nieto. He'll go cross ice for Hannon. In his skates, and he can't backhand it in. Now Dubnyk. Under 2 left. Erat nowhere to go.
Not with Vlasic there.
Here's Chipchura. And a shot by McMillan goes behind the net. Thornton chipping it around for the waiting Matt Nieto. He's rubbed out by Chipchura coming back.
Short shift for both teams right now.
Korpikoski trying to get it deep on the pass from Schlemko. Now David Schlemko sends it back to the right side of defense for Arizona. Braun. That comes to center. Shepard trying to get it deep off a stick and out of play. Be sure to stay tuned for Esurance Sharks post-game live. Brody Brazil and Curtis Brown in the studio. Brett Hedican with his perspective from here at the rink. All coming up. Esurance post-game live.
Well, I can give you one perspective I have. I like when the Sharks are playing the Eastern Conference teams, especially the original 6, but there's just more jam and a little more animosity when you're playing against teams where you're more familiar in the Western Conference, in particular the Pacific Division. I like it. Give me a little dislike out there on the ice.
Reeder into the San Jose zone. Now Doan. Gagne goes to the front of the net. Now he needs to help out Doan. Got there late. McGinn trying to get it out. He didn't. Here's Gagne. The dish. Now Reeder trying to get it back to the net. Burns denied it. Couture comes in with Pavelski. Pavelski saved by Dubnyk. Rebound McGinn. And Pavelski back on it again. In front Couture. His shot blocked. Pavelski back to Dillon. That's blocked. And Reeder will get to center and get it in. Under 20 to go. Burns wants Wingels. Yandel there denies Wingels. Here's Shepard. Time running down. James Shepard to the net. And it's wide. Cleared past Hannon. It's going to be a 3-point night in this one in the Pacific Division. We're going to overtime.
Well, we take a look at Joe Pavelski, and boy, did he have a good chance. Nice job by Couture. Comes in a little bit of a delay play, and just a perfect saucer pass to Pavelski. McGinn was going over there trying to pick up a rebound, and James Shepard, he comes down almost to the goal line, cuts back out front, and Dubnyk does a great job of taking the bottom part of the net open. You can see the clock winding down. That was a good right pad save by Dubnyk, keeping his team in it late in the game. We get a look at James Shepard. And Joe Pavelski said he was going to get one earlier. He did. Now we'll see if he's got another one in his bag of tricks in overtime. San Jose gets a couple of late chances. If it wasn't for Dubnyk, Coyotes wouldn't get a point.
Well, here's how we got here. Arizona took the 2-goal lead in the first period. Antoine Vermette and then David Schlemko right there, his first of the year. Sharks came back with both of the second period goals. Tommy Wingels shorthanded. And then Andrew Desjardins converting the rebound of Tyler Kennedy's shot. It was 2-2. Shane Doan made it 3-2 here in the third, And then Pavelski on a power play, tipping Burns' shot in to tie the game. And now we are going to overtime. And the dry scrape, which was adopted at the beginning of the season between regulation and overtime, is now history. It lived a short life in the NHL. We're now going to a shovel format with the ice crew out there now, and it's going to be done a lot more quickly, only taking a minute or two at the most. They're already done. The problem was after the first 20 games or so around the league, the NHL was realizing that many of the fans were leaving between the end of regulation and overtime because that dry scrape was taking just a little too long.
Well, humans in this case win over technology and machines. It's really that simple.
Nice to see that every once in a while. There's Brendan Dillon. He'll start overtime on the Sharks bench. Sharks with a chance for a win at home here.
Get some little bit of, I don't want to call it trash talking, but get some talking going back and forth. The bench, Burns and Yandel having some words with each other. So we head to overtime. I like it. A little animosity. You know, these teams, they don't like each other. They're going to play each other 5 times. I like this. Being down here in the middle. It's hard for me being down here and not trash talking anybody. I'm used to that.
Well, you're not armed with a stick either.
Yeah. I don't have to go out and defend myself. This is when I should be able to do it. I don't have to go defend myself there.
Todd McClellan sends out Joe Pavelski with Logan Couture, Justin Braun, and Marc-Edouard Vlasic to start overtime. Bottker and Vermette out for Arizona with Ekman-Larsson and Mahalik. 4-on-4. Next goal wins within the next 5 minutes. Vlasic keeps it in. Couture back for Pavelski off his stick, and now Vermette will bring it back out. Bounces to Ekman-Larsson. He shoots. Niemi the save, and he covers the rebound.
Well, when it's 4-on-4 and you've got some highly skilled players out there, one little mistake or errant pass can lead to something. That's a saucer pass de jure there from Vermette. Ekman-Larsson joining the rush. And Niemi goes down. Good save. Good rebound control as Pavelski and Ekman-Larsson collide at the net.
Now Gagne leans in for Arizona against Joe Thornton, who wins that faceoff. Brendan Dillon, and his pass goes off a Coyote stick, so there's no icing. Brent Burns for Matt Nieto, for Dillon. Back for Joe Thornton. Now Nieto again. Sends it behind the net. Dubnyk will handle it. Scoop it up Gagne's side of the ice. And he comes ahead 3-on-2 with Doan and Murphy. Gagne for Murphy. Shoots. Hits the post. And now a high stick in the corner. We're going to have a penalty to Doan as Matt Nieto shaken up.
How's that for a quick turn of events? There's a 3-on-2. Connor Murphy, number 5, over on the far side. Hits the post. Niemi coming across. Your goalie's best friend's the post, and he'll take it. And then Doan gets a high sticking penalty. So you get a post, no goal. The captain goes in the box. Sharks in the power play, 4-on-3.
2 minutes for the high sticking.
I'm going to take a look. There's Doan in the corner. Oh, just kind of reaching in. He caught him with the tip of a stick right in the face. You can see the reaction from Nieto right away.
So the Arizona captain sits in the penalty box, and the Sharks take a timeout here. 1:05 into overtime. Doan's hot.
He's not happy.
He doesn't like the call.
Well, it's a high stick. You can see the reaction from Nieto right away. He is really hot. He's the heart and soul, emotional leader for the Coyotes. Has been his entire career. And Sharks taking the timeout. You might as well use it.
Gives the top unit a rest.
Yep, talking their options. That Connor Murphy hitting the post. He was a first-round pick for the Coyotes back in 2011. 20th overall. His father, Gord, if you remember, played in Philadelphia, 2 stints in Boston, Florida, and Atlanta, 862 games.
Here's the power play in overtime, the 4-on-3. A little more ice for everybody. Joe Thornton, Joe Pavelski, Logan Couture, and Brent Burns as Todd McClellan able to load it up here. And the redo on the faceoff. Couture also a centerman. McClellan has 2 out there. Actually 3 in some regards. Pavelski's one of the better face-off men in the league, and the Sharks have it. Here's Burns now. Chance to win the game. Joe Thornton. Saved by Dubnyk. Rebound. He juggled it, and it went just wide of the net. Vitale for Arizona. He'll get it out just past Pavelski.
Good patience by Vitale, though. He was on his backhand. Thornton rushed him. He spun back behind the net.
Now Thornton again. Slots it back to Couture. Thornton. Facing the net. Couture's in front. Tried to steer it toward the goal, perhaps to Pavelski. Back to Thornton up top. Burns fires. Pavelski rebound. Oh, it seemed it was on its way in. Kept out by Ekman-Larsson. Pavelski's shot. Saved by Dubnyk. Rebound. Pavelski. Thornton's got it again. On the wing, Couture. Back for Thornton. Shoots. Block. Couture. Back for Thornton again. They switch up. Couture walks it out. Thornton at the goal line. His pass blocked by Ekman-Larsson.
Coyotes are gassed. Hart haven't changed. They've been out there the whole time.
Sharks maybe a little tired too as it's cleared down. Here's Burns still out there. Comes across center. Wingles. And that's broken up by Vermette. And he'll clear it down. 23 seconds left to go on the Shane Doan minor.
I'm not sure if Wingles saw that. Would have been a cross through the seam pass to Burns, who was wide open. The point.
Marc-Edouard Vlasic. Up comes Dubnyk. Aggressive here as the puck goes up and out of play. Faceoff will stay in the Arizona zone. The Sharks were within inches of the goal were it not for Ekman-Larsson.
So close. That one got deflected to Pavelski. I don't know if that went off the post. Couture was right there. You can see Pavelski. He's going to whack at it. Oh, actually, that actually hit the back of Couture's stick. It actually might have been going in. Needless to say, the Coyotes dodge a bullet. You know, the Sharks had a couple of real good looks on that power play.
That must have gone off the Shark stick. The faceoff comes out.
They were all swatting at it there. The thing was, puck was bobbling. Couldn't settle it down.
Out in 8 seconds. And the Sharks certainly got some good looks from that top unit. Back down to Niemi now as Doan prepares to jump back on the ice, and he will now. So Arizona kills the penalty, but here's Marleau with speed. His shot saved by Dubnyk. Rebound. Marleau goes hurtling over Dubnyk, but Dubnyk hangs onto the puck.
Well, that's what speed does right there on the attack. Marleau backs in the D, cuts across to his forehand. And did that hit the... Let's take a look at this. There's the save. There's the rebound. Oh, my gosh. It hit the back of his leg. It was going in on the rebound. What a play by Marleau. And Dubnyk kicked up his right leg, and I think that's what it hit. I think it hit the back of his leg. But when Marleau comes through the neutral zone with that kind of speed, backs in the D, he's got a great shot, follows it to the net. That's how you do it right there.
Here's Burns off the faceoff win from Shepard. And now a break back the other way for Arizona. Reeder gets a weak one to the net. Now across, and Yandel fan. Gagne for Yandel. He'll shoot. Glove save for Niemi.
Brent Burns
was Tobias Reeder who had a chance there on this break.
Look at the nice play there by Brent Burns. Comes back, takes away the shot opportunity for Reeder, using his speed and his size and strength in that instance. Now some good chances at both ends. Both teams have been up and down. Standing up. The whole overtime here.
Vermette back to Ekman-Larsson. That's blocked. Mahalik wants Bottker. Vlasic, good body position, and now to Braun. Couture. And he lost it at center. Here's Bottker against Braun, and Braun kept him to the outside.
Great stick by Braun.
Ekman-Larsson. For Mahalik. In front, it's Vermette, and he backhands it across the goal mouth.
No one there because Braun had his man tied up in front. Good job by Couture.
Final minute. Gagne. It's Tobias Reeder again against the rookie Mueller. German against Swiss. And Mueller able to get it out. Pavelski. Hannon waiting for the line change. Tries to get it to that far side where he has teammates coming fresh off the bench. Half a minute to go in OT. Marleau wins a battle out of the corner. Trying to get it to the front of the net. Denied by Yandel. Marleau digs in again against Yandel, who plays it up to Gagne. Here's an odd man rush for Arizona. Shot, saved by Niemi. And that one may have saved the game right there as Sam Gagne threatened to end it.
There's the turnover. And it's a 2-on-1. And a good job by Hannon taking away that pass. Allowing Niemi to come out, challenge above the blue paint, make the save, and cover it up. Great job by Scotty Hannon on that 2-on-1 against.
Vermette against Pavelski.
Okay.
Vermette wins the draw. Back for Yandel. He'll play it behind the net. Doan is there. Trying to work it out front for Vermette. Pinballs around. Burns with the puck. Into the corner for Pavelski. And we are going to a shootout for the second straight game on this homestand. Chances for both teams. Sharks had a full 2-minute power play in overtime. 4-on-3. Great opportunities. One in particular that just wouldn't find the back of the net. And then late, Sam Gagne on a break. Could have won it for Arizona. But it was Antti Niemi making his 22nd save of the game that prevented that. The shots through 3 periods and an overtime, 43-25 in favor of San Jose. These teams went shootout twice last year, and they split. The Coyotes winning the first one on that goal by Antoine Vermette. Then in Glendale, it was the Sharks winning it over the Desert Dogs. Urbana denied there, and then Patrick Marleau against Smith. Ekman Larson unable to convert, and Niemi's save won that game. So we'll do it again.
And why wouldn't we? And the Sharks out shooting the Coyotes 43-25. They come back from 2-0 deficit, a 3-2 deficit. And I think it's time they win this, they get this shootout and send the great fans here at SAP home with a smile on their face and enjoy their day off knowing they got 2 points.
Here's Couture, the first Shark shooter. And a save by Dubnyk.
A little different look from Couture. Came in with a little more speed. Got to the hash marks, tried to go top corner. Dubnyk made a good glove save.
Now shooting for the Coyotes, number 9.
Sam Gagne is going to start the shootout for Arizona. And Niemi just waits him out. Gagne eventually ran out of real estate.
It took a little while, but he got the shot off, and Niemi stayed with him the whole way. Take a look at Gagne. Fakes, comes over to his forehand. Not much of an angle. Still got the shot off. Good glove save by Niemi.
Here's Joe Pavelski. Round 2. And Dubnyk's there again with the save.
Well, that's what goalies do at the 5-hole. They giveth and they taketh away. And that's exactly what Dubnyk did. Pavelski's coming in. Looks like there's a 5. Oh, that's actually blocked. He tried to go short side. My bad. I thought he tried to go 5-hole.
Michael Bodker, 2 assists in the game. And Niemi with a nice save.
Just lost the puck near the end.
shooting for your Sharks, number 89,
Barclay Goodrow will get a chance here in the shootout.
He's got an assist tonight.
And Dubnyk with the stick save off Goodrow.
Now that time he tried to go 5-hole. And Dubnyk just closed it up. That's trying to get the goalie to move lateral. You try and put it 5-hole, and Dubnyk wisely kept his stick on the ice.
Now a clinching opportunity for Antoine Vermette, who had a goal to start this game back in the first period. Here's Vermette. He can win it with a goal. And he does. And Arizona will take it in the shootout. And the Sharks get a point. But for a second straight game to start this homestand, can't come up with the victory. The final score here in San Jose in a shootout. It's the Arizona Coyotes 4 and the San Jose Sharks 3. Sharks post-game live starts right now.